Hi, this is a low impact HIIT class. So there are 6 moves in total. We do repeat 2 of the moves on either side. The moves begin with 30 seconds on each move and then we move up to 60 seconds. So that last round's quite big, but it's worth it. And we only have 4 rounds. So it's going to end on a pretty big one, but the moves aren't really cardio based. They're more about strengthening and conditioning, so if you feel like you need to stop at any point, please do, and just make sure you've got a glass of water at the side. If you can hear birds or animals, then I do apologise. It's just the area that we're in, so you'll feel at one with nature. I'm just going to put the timer on and then I'll show you the moves. Few birds. Okay, so the first move we're going to do conditions the back of the arms, the triceps. We're going to come into this position, pull the feet in close together, make sure the feet are hip distance apart, taking the hands at shoulder distance apart, and we're just going to crunch back, pulling the elbows in towards each other. If you want a more difficult version, you can lift the hips and then press down, making sure them elbows are crunching to the back, not the sides. Move number 2. We're going to come down onto our side, taking both legs out straight, allowing the head to just relax into the arms, and then we're going to place the top leg on top of the bottom leg and make sure the toes are pointing down and that the heel's pointing up. And we're going to do an upside down U just over the top of that bottom foot. Make sure you're really plugging in the belly whilst you're doing this, tucking in the tailbone, and you should feel it on the glutes. Move number 3 is coming into a side plank. So we're going to bend this bottom knee, taking the bottom leg out wide, taking the top hand out wide, and then just crunching in. Again, if you do want a more difficult version, you can take the hips up and then crunching in, making sure that the belly button again is plugged in and that the tailbone is tucked under. Our final move is going to be taking the hands underneath the shoulders and coming into a mountain climber. So if you do want to take these on the knees, bringing the knees in, again plugging the belly button in, making sure that the spine is straight. If you want a more difficult version, coming into plank, pulling the knees in. If you do want to add a little bit of cardio to this workout, just increasing the pace of the mountain climbers. We'll be doing 5 moves, so we'll be doing it once on this side and then we'll swap on the other, and then our 5th move will be the mountain climbers. Okay, so coming into position, going in 10, and crunching towards the back. Again, if you are on the sit bones, pushing it back. You may begin with the more difficult variation, and then as the workout moves along, move into the easier one. This is your practice, squeezing the glutes, tucking that belly button in towards the spine. Moving into our 2nd move, so taking both feet out wide, lowering down, and then the upside down U, pointing the toes down. Squeeze the belly button in, squeezing the thighs, the glutes. And coming into our plank, bending that bottom knee, taking that left leg out wide, left hand up, and then crunching in. You do want the more difficult variation, coming up onto the feet, lifting the hips. Breathing through it. And then coming over onto the opposite side, taking both feet out in front, pointing the toes down, using this bottom hand to keep you steady. Breathing here and getting ready for our plank, bending that left knee, lifting up the hips and crunching or coming up onto the feet. Final one is mountain climbers. Coming down, taking the hands underneath the shoulders, getting ready for our mountain climbers. There will actually be 6. More seconds. Amazing. Stop in there, grab a water. So there will be 6 moves, I do apologise about that. I'm going to take a 30-second break and then the time goes up to 40 seconds for each move. Just allowing the breath to calm down. Already feeling it. Especially with this sun. Okay, coming into position. 10 seconds. Taking the hands towards the back. Lifting the hips if you want to. And go. I'll definitely feel this on the shoulders and the triceps tomorrow. It's good building its stamina for yoga. And then coming down onto the right side, pointing them toes down, upside down knees, squeezing the core, plug that belly button in, feeling that burn in the glutes. Breathing through it. Three, 2, 1. Coming up into our plank. Five more seconds. Turning over. Taking both feet out. Pointing them toes. At first it feels like nothing, and then eventually you feel that burn. And then coming into our plank. Crunching in, engaging the core. Mountain climbers to finish. Pressing the heels towards the back of the room, keeping the shoulders on top of the hands. Two, one. Amazing. Taking a glass of water. We're going to have a little bit of a longer break. And then we're going to go up to 50 seconds. Nearly there. So we're going up to 60 seconds in total, so we've just got 2 more rounds left to go. If you do need to take a break at any point, please take a break. If you need to come down into an easier variation, just because it's easy doesn't mean it shows weakness. It's just listening to your body, and eventually you'll build up to have that stamina to keep going. Sun is so hot. Coming into position. Getting ready in 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pressing them elbows towards the back. Squeezing the core. It's a really good habit to get into. Halfway there. Just think after this, just gotta do it one more time. Coming down, taking both feet out in front, or out long, pointing the toes down, and upside down use. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, plug the belly button in. It's working the core as well as the glutes, and it's working muscles you don't usually work. Breathing through it, 14, 13 more seconds. And then we're coming into our plank. 5 more seconds. Coming up into that plank position. Making sure there's a nice straight line. Twenty more seconds to go. Three more seconds, and then swap round. Using this as a time to catch the breath. Remember to squeeze everything. Over halfway there. Really feeling that burn now. And coming up into that plank. Halfway there. Definitely getting harder. Ready to come into our mountain climbers. In 3, 1, coming down. Ten more seconds. And done. One more round. Again, we'll take a bit of a longer break. So go and take some water. Remember, it's a mental battle. I could definitely have told myself to give up a few times during that last round, but I managed to carry on. So the physical body can often do a lot more than the mental body will allow it to. And it's just building that endurance. It's keeping going when your mind tells you not to. Once you've gained that control, you can do pretty much anything you would like to do. So, getting ready for this last round, we'll be doing 60 seconds. So please, if you need to come down onto the knees, you need to take it easy in some bits, do it, but carry on. Try and not stop. Keep going, even if it's an easy variation of what you've just been doing. Keep going, keep that heart rate pumping. I'll give you 20 more seconds. Just allowing the heart rate to reduce, burning off that fat. Calming down the breath. Final round. In 1 minute. We're going to go in 10. Getting ready, taking the hands towards the back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plugging in the belly, lifting the hips if you want to. Staying with it. Final round. This is the last time you're going to be doing these moves. Unless you're feeling hardcore and you want to go again. But I won't be. Twenty seconds left. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down. Straightening both legs. Allowing the head to relax into the arms. And our upside down knees, pointing the toes down, heel towards the sky. Engaging the abs. The arms were a killer towards the end of that. Whew. Squeezing them thighs, squeezing the glutes. Engaging the core. Final push. You just have 10 more seconds, then we're coming into that side plank. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lifting up. To come onto my bottom leg for these last ones, but still going. 5 more seconds. Changing sides. Last round. We can do this. Upside down knees, really engaging the thighs, the glutes. Squeezing the core. Only 2 rounds left after this. We've only got 20 seconds left of this round. Keep pointing them toes down. Got 3 seconds left. And then coming into our side plank. Coming down for these last few. 10 seconds left. Mountain climbers to finish. Taking the shoulders above the hands, pressing them heels back. You can do this. My shoulders are beginning to burn. Just 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh, amazing. You've done it, the birds are out to celebrate. Oh, thank you so much for doing that practice. I would advise just to maybe cool down with the 20-minute restorative class, stretch out a little bit, and you'll probably definitely feel it tomorrow. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Taking the hands to the heart centre, bowing the head down. Just finding this moment to 100% feel gratitude towards the practice that you've just done. Doing classes like this, building that endurance, really does help the yoga, because there'll be poses that you'll suddenly be strong enough to do with the practice at the side as well. Taking the hands to the middle of the eyebrows, bowing down. Namaste.